Hi guys, so I'm going to show you how to line your paper up for our Agamograph project. See how I have all of my pieces kind of cut out from our project? Since you have two drawings right now, we're going to do the lines on the back of our first drawing. It could be either or, but we have to cut them into 1 inch of each of the pieces. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your paper, make sure it is portrait and it's the right direction. So like, let's say your drawing is on this side, make sure your drawing is on this side, and you're gonna flip to the opposite side, and then you're gonna take your ruler. Now our ruler has two sides. It has the millimeter side and then it has the inches side. We're gonna be using the inches side. The inches side is the one that has a lot more separation between the numbers. That's an inch. So that's 1 inch, that's 2 inch, that's 3 inches, and so on and so forth. We're not using the millimeter side. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your ruler, make sure your inches is facing up. You're going to line it up with your paper. Make sure you line it up because that's 0. Right there is where 0 is. So make sure your 0 is where your paper starts. And you're gonna line it up as best as you possibly can to where 0 is where the paper starts and 9 is where our paper ends. So just try to line it up as best as you can. If it's not perfect, that's okay, but just try your best. And you're gonna actually lift it up pretty close to the top. You see how I only leave like a little bit? You're going to take your pencil, and at each inch, you're going to make a line. Just a little tick mark, basically. So we know where each inch is gonna be. So like at 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. At 5 inches, you're gonna make a tick mark. At 6 inches, you're gonna make a tick mark. 7, 8, and then you don't really need to make a tick mark at 9 because we already know that it ends at 9. Same thing with 0. You don't have to make a tick mark for that. So now we have this side, right? You're gonna flip your paper over to the other side and do the exact same thing. Make sure you're lining it up as best as possible so that you're the same as the opposite side. So same thing, at each inch you're just gonna make a line. There you go. So I made a line for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we have these two tick marks, right, on each side. We need to make our lines like this because that's where we're gonna cut them, okay? So you're going to use your ruler. Since this is a straight edge, you're just gonna use your ruler, and now you know exactly where you need to line them up. So that way we're making a 1 inch for each one. Just use your ruler as best as you can. If you mess up, just remember to use your eraser. Your eraser is your best friend. And just try and make all the lines that you need to do. Now you need to do this for both of your papers. So for the first drawing that you did, you're doing this, and for the second drawing. Shouldn't take you too long to line them up. And there you go. Then you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You should have 9 pieces at this point, and the lines should be as straight as possible.